thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Texas Longhorns. Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Alabama's offense takes the field. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy that can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
The offense set for a first down play. Oh, it's reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on 2nd and long from the 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done...
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So the Texas Longhorns offense will go to work for the first time today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Trying to find his man on first down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They're bringing heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it. They did just that.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised at this.
Trying to get behind the defense. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bama.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Smith dropping to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Tosses it back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll touch it dead at about the 40. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Off play action. Hit as he throws. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away.
Number 16, on to punt it away.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Line getting set on second down. Smith wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll do it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! On to attempt to try. When the quarterback runs it, he's got the extra blocker, and I don't even know if he needed it. He just gashed them there.
Yeah, Reese. I mean, this offensive coordinator does a good job scheming ways to get this quarterback out into space with the ball in his hands. And when he's there, he can make people miss. And if he gets into the second level of your defense, that dude is gone.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Trying play action. Lets it fly. On target to the left. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
To the air on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Pressure coming. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Keeps the play going. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Bama, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Smith dropping to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Trying to use the speed on the jet sweep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They're trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Steps away. He's going to take off, just plowing ahead. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Gets it out quickly. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
What an example of this quarterback, just putting his offense on his back. Drop back, wanted to throw the ball downfield, nobody open, no problem. Extend the play, buy himself some time, and then take off with his legs to score that touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Caught over the middle. It's Abraham. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you got to be careful on offense when you're dialing up the screens. You want to do them on obvious passing situations when you're anticipating.
They come facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll try to do it himself. And he avoids the tackle with the slide. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Back open in the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
Really nice job by the running back setting up that angle route. He's making it look like he's running to the flat, and then he puts his foot in the ground, cuts back across the defender's face, and makes himself an easy pick.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Smith wants to throw. It's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does. Here comes the offense on first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. He wants to throw. And the physical play there. Completion on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
It's good. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Smith dropping to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another day.
On fourth down, they'll run it, looking for the first. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Longhorns racing to the line in a hurry up. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He's got the back in the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. It's good. So that will go into the stat book as the rare one-play drive for a field goal. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to pass it. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. Third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play. How can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Texas offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Smith wants to throw. Release to the back. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. They'll line up to go for 2. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down.
Afterburners coming. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Longhorns are in the hurry up. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Just 1 for 3 on 4th down today, but they'll try to move those chains. And that pass picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Catch in the middle, it's Abraham. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got his man quickly.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the 1st down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Caught in the backfield, it's Weeks. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it.
He'll take a shot. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd down coming up. Smith dropping to pass. Swings it out to the flat. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Now on the move. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing.
And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's in.
And if anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's heel off one deep down the left side. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the defense.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. He only needs a sliver. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Bama, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
To the ground with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Calls his own number. And the Longhorns get enough for the first down.
And when you're in plus territory on 4th and 1, I don't think the quarterback was ever thinking about coming off the field.
I wouldn't be surprised if the QB convinced the coach to go ahead and do it from the way it looked.
100%. That's the coach. We got this. Absolutely. We want more points. We got to go for it. I believe in my guys. The players always try to go for it.
It's complete on the right side. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Bulldoze ahead. He's down at the 18 after picking up 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun. Give on the inside. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Number 1.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. Just back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going.
You're going to have to turn your quarterback loose, let him rip the football, because this defense is so stout against the run.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down here for the offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They're getting this guy lathered up. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. Here's the handoff. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to go up top on first down. He's right on target. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got him downfield. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. Alabama pushing the tempo. Going up top on first down. Wiggles free. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in a rhythm.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Finds his man, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's back to throw on second down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the in.
And it's lobbed into the air, and that one's going to be picked off.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Quarterback checking off. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he ends up taking a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Here's a throw downfield late. And he's got it. Late touchdown here, but it would take a miracle of Lazarus-like proportions to come back down.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. After that last completion, it's second down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these